Here we go.
Hey,
little
warriors.
Magic. Hello.
Got a little girl magic. Little girl magic on this Friday.
Yes.
Raise the roof. Shout out to...
Are we really going to raise the roof? I don't know.
No, I don't know. But as much as we can raise the roof in the middle of a pandemic, are we even in the middle or are we still at the top because we just haven't behaved properly? I don't even know. Shout out to my children. I love you. I don't, I say it a million times, but I think it's still not enough. I love you both very much. Know that you are the best thing that ever happened to me, and I am hopelessly devoted and in love with you. That's my truth for Friday. Just wanted to shout out to both of my babies.
Okay, then I have to shout out to mine.
Yes.
That stirred my mommy heart, and I am missing my boys. I'm gonna get weepy. Hold it in, girl. Hold it in. I love my 4 sons. I have 4. 4 amazing young men.
Yeah.
I love you. Each one of you is unique and amazing and strong and talented and intelligent. And most of all, what I'm proud about is that you are just good souls. You are kind and respectful and helpful. And I love you. You guys are the best of my life.
That was a shout out to our offspring. Thank you, donors.
And they better watch, and share.
Right.
Or we're gonna.
That's right.
You know how I like to do
Thank you.
that.
Thank you, donors out there that gave us the best of you. And for the
We'll just call them donors?
well,
Yeah. Maybe not yours.
No. Which brings me to the girl thing. I totally lost my virginity to my children's father.
Wow.
Yep, I waited. You know how I guess here in the States, you guys
She was 16 when she got married, so it's all right. I'm just kidding.
You guys are into peer pressure of doing things before you're ready or whatever. For me, I took having a virginity as nobody's got the cookie. So I was kind of proud walking around. Meanwhile, people were getting pregnant and STDs, and on a Monday they would come in crying because said person broke up with them, and there was so much drama. I was just like, if that's what happened when you give up the cookie, I don't want to do that. So then it just became this, this anthem. I was like, I am a virgin, and I am a virgin. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. Yeah, right? So, okay.
People said that to me in high school. They're like, oh, you're part of the V Squad.
Okay, I don't know about that. But anyways, I was like a one-woman V show. I was just kind of like...
You know what, though? I think I've said on the show, I am not a proponent of waiting until marriage. It works for some, but not for everybody. And for me, that's a no-go. But because I did that story. But
always totally annihilates whatever became before that.
That's right.
So what are you doing?
It's gonna. I was going to say, but I am a proponent. So although I'm not a proponent of waiting until marriage, I am a proponent of waiting until you are emotionally mature enough to really handle, because a lot of people don't.
Yeah, but I think
for that responsibility.
Yeah, but I also think that when you have that sexual experience, that's part of the experience of maturing. You know what I mean? Because how will you ever know? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, how will you ever know until you do? Yeah. Because you can. I remember, telling, my weepy friends on that Monday, between math and, and social studies, it's okay, you can do better, and all this stuff. But, I had already, I know, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was like to feel to, give yourself to someone and feel that kind of emotion. I was like, please, it's like,
just get over it.
I was like, Brad over here likes you, so forget about, Michael, he's just whatever, And I was coming from a totally different place, which is, good and bad because they needed to hear that. But also, I had no idea,
of
that.
The heart-wrenching.
Yeah, because then you get all in your feelings once you give up the cookie. Although I kind of don't still.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, because, for me, I think I just kept the power, with me. And I don't. And this is a good and a bad thing. I don't give up everything. I mean, you can get the cookie perhaps, but you don't get the very essence of me if I don't want you to, right? So that just, I guess that's what it's. I mean, it's called a hookup, I guess. Then.
Friends with benefits.
No, I don't do friends with bennies because that gets messy. Because
not if you do it right.
No,
but it gets messy often.
Yeah, because like my son says, there's always one that is feeling a little more than the other, and then it just gets messy.
But if you do it right, almost like a business arrangement with lots of boundaries, I'm just saying it can work. I'm not saying I know.
Okay, I want to hear all sorts of comments on this because this is not making any sense.
I'm just saying a friend told me.
That part. I'm just saying.
No,
I don't
know.
But
emotional maturity in that, because I do think that there can be just starting too young and they're not emotionally mature or responsible enough for all that goes along with that and all that could come from a sexual relationship.
I absolutely agree.
So I think,
I would have never, I wouldn't change it. I would never go back and change it whatsoever.
Me either.
But I do know that when I did, because of, I believe, my my upbringing in such a very, strict religion, that kind of outweighed my adventure side. And I was like, oh, okay, I did it. So now I got to stay with this person, to which I'm glad because he's the father of my children. And, we married and it was great. And unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But I just, it is a game changer. It really, it is. I mean, totally. Like, I was kind of like, da-da. I was like, I felt that was the locking in, because I gave up the cookie. Now, we're decades from that young girl that gave up the cookie. And now I understand how to temper.
If I can get you once during the show, I'm so pleased with myself.
It's not going to work. I thought that this arrangement was going to work. No. This was wilding out on steroids. Whatever cocktail the commander-in-chief got.
I got some too.
Because she did test positive, and so a few months ago kind of thing, and I'm thinking...
They didn't offer me meds.
Yes, they did. And she took them this morning, because who would say that? Who would say that? Yes. Who would talk about somebody's cookie like that? I thought I was her girl. What? Luna, if you're out there listening to this...
Pray.
Pray hard.
Pray for me.
You know how you prayed? Okay, because there needs to be an exorcism or something, because that was just...
That's what all my old church friends are. She needs an exorcism.
That is just wickedly crazy.
This is what happens when you've been inside.
For so long. We've had our beach days, though.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, that is, like soothing to the soul and miraculous to have that ability,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
It is.
We're quite fortunate to, to have that. We're quite fortunate to have the home that we live in with, so much space to create. But we have our bad days, of course, as well as the good. And we both get in touch with, we stay in tune, which is really nice. Even if, she's across the, on one side of the house and I'm on the other side kind of thing, we still stay connected, which is lovely. Like yesterday, Jude bought me a bouquet of flowers and chocolate. Because I was just having a really bad day. Mm-hmm. Not even a bad day. It was just such a bad moment. And my heart was heavy. And
I had to go to the store, and I thought,
she got me autumn floors.
I did.
Floors. My favorite. Everyone knows that I love it.
She
love
does.
it. So it was just it was a sweet thing. It was it was the biggest gesture for me. It may not have been anything for her, but it's random acts of kindness. And I think sometimes we forget to do that with the people that we're closest to, because they're like, well, that I love you, so, I don't need to, but we rein it in. And I love that about this relationship, for sure. And I love it, where my children are concerned, and other people that are close to me. Shout out to Captain that always remembers me on the 29th. Just celebrating me, just saying, what, we're glad that you are here. So love you, love you, love you. Shout out to Christian in Deutschland.
He's our king.
Yes, he's our king. Definitely, just very sweet man. So many people that enrich our lives. Kimberly,
Joe. We're gonna be on.
Oh yeah.
Love Wave Live virtual stage.
And we're not going to be speaking about my virginity.
No. It's all about love and how we are, spreading love out into the world. And we will be on the Love Wave Live virtual stage. It's on Facebook. You can look up Love Wave Live. And we'll be on Saturday at 8 a.m.
At 8 a.m., baby.
Pacific
time. Okay?
Live.
So, come and see us. Kind of thing. Do you believe in this thing that I think it's probably 15, 20 years old, where a woman that's been sexually active and then she just shuts it down, and they're called like born again virgins kind of thing, where they're just, do you believe in that?
No.
See, I don't subscribe to that. It's one thing to be celibate. Okay. I can take that, it's like, but...
And I could see that then after years, if you became sexually active again, that you may have some nerves, about that.
But why use the term virgin?
But
let's leave it.
You're not a virgin.
I don't think so.
Like a virgin. Ooh.
What? What is happening today?
I'm just giving myself a little pick-me-up.
This is
how I do.
Anyways.
I
sex
go goofy.
Before marriage, or no sex before marriage. I don't know. For me,
it's personal.
Yes, it's very personal, I would suppose, kind of thing. But what if? Because honestly, what if it's just not compatible?
That's why I am saying what I say. Because
but
if you wait, you don't know.
And I guess they say love, just kind of over, should wash over you, and it's about. But if it's just bad, how is love gonna fix that?
It can't.
Maybe we're jaded.
We're cynical.
Maybe. Possibly. 25 days. I voted. I did.
I'm gonna be mailing mine in now. She did hers.
I did it. I voted.
Yay.
Yeah. So 25 days, people, to make your voice heard. Whatever side of the aisle you're on, it does not matter.
Get out there.
What matters is that you show up. I don't care if you got to wheelchair it, hobble it. There was absentee, whatever you got to do.
Like that 100 million that didn't vote last year. Like, vote.
It definitely makes
a lot of people.
It makes a difference for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, love. So should love conquer all? Now, again, and I have said this before, if you are married, right, and then something tragic happens to where, the you can't, have intimate times anymore, then I'm your ride or die. I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
But we're speaking about if you're just not compatible sexually. How do you make that work? And then people say, you communicate, you talk. But if I have to say everything about what I like, and this
is my theory, is that there's something wrong elsewhere in the relationship, because I feel that maybe you guys aren't aware of. You love each other, yeah, but because I feel that sex is the outward physical manifestation of the relationship. So everything that's going on manifests there. And I feel like if there's some sort of like non-compatibility, that there's something elsewhere in the relationship that is also non-compatible that you guys are ignoring.
Well, what about people who just don't get on famously, but the sex is freaking amazing?
True. Oh, okay. You just undid me.
I'm sorry.
Because that is true. There are some people where it's just that chemistry is like...
I mean, it's just like, shoom, shoom, and you're just like, it's like crack.
It's like crack.
Yeah. I mean, not like crack, but like crack.
No.
I mean, like a drug.
I didn't take it that way. I didn't mean it
I'm
that
just
way
saying.
this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no,
I mean...
that's true.
I mean, what do you...
Just
I
like,
mean, yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah, you're just
and
like... You're just like, okay.
All right, that just surprised me.
They're such an asshole, but they're so
and
great.
It's like, and why were we with the asshole anyway? Chemistry.
Yeah.
It's some powerful stuff.
Yeah. So what do you do with that?
You're right. I don't know. That maybe that's just part of our our instinctual
our animal.
Yes.
The animal in us.
And it taps into that. Sometimes.
Yeah. I think
Look at her and her.
I'm just saying.
I told her yesterday, I was like, she does
house.
it, and she is so cute and like kind of a little bit sexy and hot, and I'm like, I look like a comedian.
Okay.
Like Lucille Ball or something.
Okay, no. That's a big no. Anyways, how many women out there? Because because I can't really, because men can't fake the funk. Although I saw a video where a man says he does fake it, and then it's like fake it the first time, and then he actually it has completion the second time, and the woman thinks that she's made him come like twice, kind of thing. I think that would be kind of difficult, but I guess he could get away with it. But I think we totally fake a whole lot more.
Oh yeah.
Because you can't really tell. Like a man that's in tune with a woman, and believe me, I have met a few, because they understand the vibration, the tense, they're watching the pupils dilate. I mean, they have studied the woman's anatomy, and they just know, and those are the bosses of sex, right? It would be difficult to fake them, because it's kind of like they just kind of get it, because they're not just in it to win, but they're definitely in it to please you, and they really want to please you. So
don't you think that most men probably can tell you're faking it, but don't I don't know. Or I don't know. But yeah, women definitely fake it a lot more than men. And I think we fake it on lots of levels.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no.
And we fake it on lots of levels.
Yeah.
We gotta stop faking it.
I think we have stopped faking it. Hence, there's been a lot of, separations, divorces, whatever the case may be. Yeah.
And hopefully the younger generation,
they definitely, I think the millennials, they're just kind of...
Go girls.
They're just like, yeah, no, you're not doing it for me.
Yeah.
That's kind of harsh, but, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
It's not, I was just going to say that you laid the foundation for that, and now they can reap the benefits.
Thank you.
You are like, nope.
Well, I don't mean to be harsh, but why continue? If there's no, let's move on. We both know.
Little doggy.
Yeah. Okay, now little doggy, but there was just no point. There's no point for me to be, dissatisfied, and you just keep trying. It's like, a cold engine. No.
That's why we fake it. But We were talking about this the other day too. When is big too big? What is too big?
When your Wahoo becomes a freeway. Nobody's trying to have that. Mm-mm.
When tears.
I mean, Tiffany Haddish said that she was intimate with someone that was so big that it totally tilted her uterus and she threw up. It was so huge. And
that's horrific.
That's like traumatic. Like, is she ever the same? Is she okay?
So. Will she be, no.
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 We're not trying to have that.
What do you do after that?
I don't know.
How do you fix that?
I don't. Kegel.
Even if it's tilted, you can Kegel it back?
No, she said she went to the OB-GYN and they, tilted.
They did? They adjusted it for her?
They readjusted, yeah, kind of thing. Oh my gosh.
I'd be like, hello. I just want to let you know I had to go to the gynecologist and they they put my uterus back where it belongs, so we can't see each other anymore. I threw up. I tried to hide it, but what do you say?
I don't know. But the visual, I mean, as she said it on, one of the podcasts or the shows that she was on, I mean, I winced. I mean, my Wahoo clenched.
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that's just painful. And she was so candid. God love her. I love Tiffany Haddish. She just puts it all out there. She was like, here it is on the platform.
Yeah, so we were like, what is, too big? And guys think that, we're like, it's got to be big. Bigger the better.
I'm good. It don't need. And God love her for not doing the gesture she did yesterday when we were speaking about this topic, because I would shut this camera down.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Don't.
I'm going to do it. I said, but I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I did this on the show? And she was like, no.
Oh my gosh. It was deviant sexual behaviors, and I am not going to subscribe to it.
I'm just saying that is what some people like. That's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to wash my brain.
We all know there are some things out there that people like. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
This was harsh. This left me with a closed door for the rest of the day, wondering about my friend Jude.
I didn't say I like it.
I don't care. What? Her mind went there. It always goes there. So you know. It
always goes just a little too far.
She's on the
precipice.
precipice.
And then I try to reel it back in.
Basically, she
but
has
all
the
in
flames
here.
of
It's
hell
not
licking at her
out
ass.
Here. That's hilarious. Licking my ass.
I'm just saying.
It's like in here, not out here. It just comes out of this a little bit.
I've just learned way too much. There's just been the education of Jude. That is just...
She likes to call it Jude's Law. Not Jude Law. Jude's Law.
Jude's Law. Not St. Jude's anymore, but Jude's Law. We've shifted. We've graduated. We've moved on. It is true. Movie. What's the movie I said I wanted to? Old Guard. With Charlize Theron. Badass movie. It's a badass movie on Netflix. I'm going to get this chick to watch it this weekend.
And I love her.
I mean, even Charlize loved the movie. She wants a sequel. I want a sequel to this one. I don't know if they can make it as badass as this first one, but it is really good, you guys. So I would encourage you, if you haven't already seen it, watch The Old Guard with Charlize Theron. I love her.
I really love her. Yeah,
my beautiful South African actor.
Beautiful. She's smart. She's elegant.
Yeah, she's a boss.
Yeah, she's
what? And she's she's like me. I mean, she has no one in her life right now. Romantically.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of standing down. She's just kind of like, hey. Not to say she doesn't have her liaisons, as she said,
And
same
quiet.
here, and very quiet, but no one that, has captured, the heart type of thing, So, anyways.
Yeah, she's a
queen.
queen.
She's a queen.
She's a queen.
For sure. And I like that.
Yeah.
And we hope that you are finding your queendom, and we hope that you can find a little bit of it this weekend as we edge closer to Election Day.
Yes.
And as you know, some of the waters out there are so muddied that you don't know fact from fiction. You don't know what to believe. So much information to process on the daily. So much, garbage to try to dispense, and you're trying to just get to the truth or some semblance of the truth. It just feels like we're just living in this parallel universe. Because you're just shocked at everything that you're seeing. I mean, like they just thwarted a plot to kill, Michigan's governor. I mean, there was like 6, ready,
Right.
domestic, I'll just call them terrorists. That was, that laid out a very well thought out plot to kidnap and then execute, Michigan's governor. I mean, what the freak? I mean, what?
It's just. Weird.
I mean, what
it's
is
like
happening?
We're watching a really weird movie, but it's for real happening in our lives.
Yeah.
It's just.
And we're all sheltering in place, so we're watching it play out on, these things called our television, our phones, the computer, whatever it is. But we all have a front row seat to the shits show that's going on. It's boy.
I think that I'll just end with this. I think that because we're sheltering in place and watching on TV, that's why there's so many conspiracy theories that are going out, because it's like we're disconnected from being out and about.
Or we're getting more in touch to what's really out there, to the evils that we probably glossed over when we were in our busy lives and things of this nature. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of this was going on whilst we were doing our thing, saving lives, making big deals and, moving and shaking, being mothers, being fathers, being ministers, being stewards of goodwill, whatever, first responding, all of these different, jobs that we were doing. Maybe, not maybe, I'm sure a lot of this was going on and we were just busy. And now that we're sheltering in place, there's just an overload of information. And the things that we're seeing. My worry, my fear is that we are going to become, a nation of apathy, a society of apathy, to where nothing phases us anymore. If we see someone that is dying, if we see someone that's murdered, recklessly or, heinously, we won't bat an eye anymore because it's like the norm. That is the most scariest part. The human condition will be lost. So that is my worst fear in all of this. We will become a society of non-believers in anything. So, how do you switch gears after so much and so much sorrow has, transcribed in just this year alone? So much has been, there's things that have been going on for decades, but so much light has been shown on it for this very year, for sure. So, having said that, we're not going to leave you on a somber note. We're going to leave you on a great note. Find your queendom.
Yes, find it.
Take a bath in lavender. Pamper yourself this weekend.
Do some face mask.
Yeah, do a face mask. We do that on Saturdays.
You can make your own. You could cut some cucumbers.
You could do that.
For the eyes. Maybe I'll do that.
Yes, you could do that.
Put some fun, funky music on.
Get romantic with yourself.
Yes.
You could do that. Yes. I mean that any way you want. You can do it.
And make your favorite food.
Yeah.
Do something definitely that really makes you feel good.
Absolutely. Find comfort in food or music or just speaking out to a friend, whatever it is. Soothe your soul. We'll leave you on that note, and we will see you here again on Monday. Maybe you will have watched The Old Guard on Netflix. Please catch us on Waves. Sorry. And definitely get out there and vote. Like I said, 25 days and counting. It's important to exercise your right to vote. And that's it for us this weekend. Okay.
It's Friday.
Like,
and we are
share,
off.
and subscribe podcast to Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. Yeah. We're here. All right. See you guys. Ciao.
Bye.
This is not going to turn off. It never turns off.